Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm not doing an unboxing because I've already unboxed these beautiful, awesome boots, the Okanogan by Whites. So join me. I won't waste any of your time. We'll break these down, take a look at them. Oh, they smell so good. Pardon the wind if it's blowing too much, but let's get started here. These are the Okanogan by Whites. So generally these are the cruiser boots. They're made on the same last the cruiser is made. And let me get my little cheat sheet out here to kind of break it down what I did. I called Whites to kind of figure out what these boots are made of. Of course, when I ordered them, it was during the Black Friday. I ordered my standard size of 11.5 E as an Echo, and I got them, and they just seemed big. The toe seemed longer than I wanted, almost two thumbs in front of the toe, and it seemed kind of wide here. So I'm like, man, what do I do? What's the deal? So I sent them back, didn't wear them outside of carpet, and they took them back and they made me the 10.5 E as an Echo. So that's what we have right here. So I called, and what they did, they call it the dark brown waxed flesh outer. Called them and they said that it's made from Horween waxed flesh, 7 to 8 ounces. And they do have the hybrid soles. The hybrid soles are made by them, so they do make the hybrid sole that is both fire and ice resistant, that they put on their one of their fire boots, one of their wildland fire boots. But they say Hannah, who I spoke with on the phone, was unsure if these are the same ones, but they had the same white stamp there on that lug. Their fire lug soles that are red have a red stamp on it, so I don't know if that's going to be the same or what. But what else do we have here? They call it the hybrid vibram sole. The last, it's a 55, and they don't measure it. So these boots, they're not going to measure them for you. You can't send in your custom last and have them build them for you. I will compare these to the urban loggers that I have. A couple things just off the bat here is they do have the rolled stitching, or the rolled welt that they have here. It's almost kind of the upper goes underneath, and then they have another piece that comes in there. There's probably some videos you can see of how they do that roll. It's similar to a Norwegian welt, but not exactly the same. It's a lot more intensive hand stitching than you were if you were just to do the normal welt that comes down, that goes down and then kind of scoops up. It's one sheet. They call it the McKay stitching. What else do we have on here? The kiltie, they just kind of have the little sawtooth kiltie that you have there. The only option is the eyelets all the way up. They're not going to give you options for just if you wanted studs instead of eyelets. And other than that, this 10.5 fits like my 11E. The one thing that I did notice is the arch system. On the outside here, it doesn't look as archy as I've seen in other places, but on the inside, kind of my mid heel, I can kind of feel it right there, and I think it'll break in. It won't cause any problems, but it is a little bit different than from my other smoke jumpers and the urban logger that I have. So that's what I wanted to do before I really start wearing these things, is just kind of give the overall look of how these boots are. The toe is just a soft toe. It's not this elastic semi-hard toe that they have. It's the toe cap. It is not as rigid as like a toe cap on an Iron Ranger. Those Iron Rangers, I think they might have something similar to the Scholastic type on the inside. And then, of course, on the front part, they do have a liner in there that looks just like a standard veg tan liner. I don't know if you can even see it in there, if it's possible. Nice, they have just your standard old school whites, handmade, Spokane, Washington. The one thing different that I asked for was, that I think they gave me because I sent it back, was I wanted the natural edge. And they still put a little bit of wax on there, but the other boots that you will get if you order the same pair, the midsole and your stacked heel will be almost the same color as this. They do it in a dark brown. And I just, even with black boots, I've had some smoke jumpers that I've had them kept at natural edge. I just like how that pops out, how it wears, how it naturally ages. And I've even bought used boots and then just take it to either a sander by hand. You can just sand that down, sand off the stain that they put on there. But there they are, the Okanogan boots by Whites with their hybrid sole. That's what makes them kind of different from their cruisers. And that toe cap. I think you can get the toe cap on the cruiser. I'm not sure. I should probably do a little bit more research before I crank out a video. But there they are. If you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I have not seen any videos of these out there. I'm sure it's blowing like windy crazy out here. So sorry guys, I got another cold system blowing through. I always do it right when it's storming. California's gonna get a bunch of snow. It's March, people, spring break. Anyways, what was I saying? When I got these, they were on sale for the Black Friday. So it's been a few months in the making. And they've been really behind because they still have a bunch of restrictions for the corona that's going on. So yeah, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Have a wonderful afternoon. Adios. One more thing before I go. The sole is similar to the Sierra sole. If you're ever familiar with how the Sierra goes, kind of has these lugs, but they're a little bit different. So the Sierra has this. So that just kind of popped in my mind. Danner has really used a lot of their things for the Sierra. And so yeah, stay tuned. Check out my next video when I will compare these to the urban loggers that I have. So that is that.